This is the introduction video. So we have discussed about in this video the modes of a coaxial transmission line. Okay. So we will discuss the other thing in my next slides. Discussion on the mode of electromagnetic wave propagation through coaxial transmission line. Now there are few modes we already know, like transverse electromagnetic mode, transverse electric mode, transverse magnetic mode, and also some hybrid mode. So what is transverse electromagnetic mode? If the electric field and magnetic field both have zero component or null component along the direction of propagation. If the direction of propagation is z, then Ez as well as Hz should be equals to 0, and coaxial transmission line support transverse electromagnetic mode. Now the basic formation of coaxial transmission line should be like that. From the name coaxial transmission line, there is a hint that what is the structure of this transmission line. There should be two parallel conductor which have same axis. Okay, or more generally there are two cylindrical conductor having equal axis. So this conductor is basically the center conductor. Now there is another conductor another conductor which is called the outer conductor, and from this figure you can find out that this center conductor and this outer conductor have same axis but they have different radius. Also you can find out that this outer conductor have a finite thickness. Now we can charge this center conductor by a positive charge, or this center conductor can be connected with the positive terminal of the generator voltage, right? And we can connect the ground terminal or negative terminal of the generator voltage source with the outer conductor as shown in this figure. Now if these two conductors have a finite definition of potential difference, then we can approximately represent these coaxial conductors by this kind of, or this figure, where there are two conductors. One is this conductor, another is this bottom conductor. The top conductor has been charged positively and the bottom conductor has been charged negatively. Then we can find out that some electric field will be in between these two conductors, and this conductor and the magnetic field will circulate these two conductors. Also you can find out that this electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, and they also have zero component. Both electric field and magnetic field have zero component along the direction of propagation. Now for this figure, if we describe this figure, so from this figure the solid line represented electric field and this dotted circulating line has been represented by magnetic field. So as there is a finite voltage difference and also some electric field formed between these two conductors, then we can define voltage between these two conductors, and this voltage can be represented by this equation, okay, where there is a line integral between electric field and dl line element. If we consider dl line element within here. Now from magnetic field also we can find out we can find out current, and this is basic Ampere circuital law, right? So if we define voltage and current for this type of transmission line, we can find out the impedance value of this transmission line. Also, this transverse electromagnetic mode will exist only when there are more than at least two parallel conductors should be exist, and these two conductors should have a finite potential difference. Then only transverse electromagnetic mode will exist. Okay, now you can find out for the case of coaxial transmission line, as this center conductor is positively charged and this outer conductor is negatively charged, therefore this electric field will be from center conductor toward the outer conductor, and this will be normal to this surface. Electric field will be normal to this surface. Now we can also see the magnetic field. Now from here you can find out that magnetic field is always rotating this center conductor, right? So from these two figures we can easily find out that the direction of propagation will be along this direction. That means the perpendicular direction of this surface, right? So this is basically electric field and magnetic field of TEM mode in coaxial transmission. So already we have seen that coaxial transmission line supports transverse electromagnetic mode. Now as it supports transverse electromagnetic mode, one thing also should be considered. That means the propagation constant Kc, that will be equals to omega c root over mu epsilon will be equals to 0 for TEM wave propagation. As coaxial transmission line supports TEM mode, that's why it can also support DC. Therefore, the input signal that contain DC signal component can also travel through coaxial transmission line, right? In the next slide, we will discuss about some load termination of coaxial transmission line. Okay, let's wait for my next video. Please like, subscribe my channel. Also share these videos with your friends. Also click bell icon. Okay, thank you.